data, it's not enough that it lives in that computer. It has to be visible everywhere. So we will systematically, when we go to buildings, when we do walkthrough ABC and board, this is beautiful right here. I got my ABC and my board of education all together. Can you give them a round of applause? We spend a whole lot of time admiring the problem. Richard Elmore said we're data rich with information poor. So we have to do a better job of having data available and accessible, especially when teachers are designing lessons. That data needs to live in the walls of the classroom. So out of Illuminate, we get reports. So this is not a lot on teachers. It's not a burden on teachers. I'm actually giving them time back to design lessons because all of that data collection, all of the data analysis, all of that is going to be done already. There are systems to do that. When I talk in the video of us not being modern, that's what I mean. We're using chisel and stone when they're iPads. And that has to change. It can even go down to their cell phone. A child can walk up to you, you can tell them to pull up their student portal, and you can begin to have conversations with them about their grades. And that's grades on all the formative assessments they took, all the MAP scores, all the OST or Ohio State test scores will all be in an easy place. I've seen it, this exists. I've seen this, and it works very well in districts. And the districts that are climbing out of academic problems, they're using this to do so. So much of what we do is not reinventing things, it's bringing them to East Cleveland in our own way so that we can solve our own problems. We're going to get the pretest, same day, the teachers will get the answers. Because it'll grade all the multiple choice, teachers will only have to grade the short answer and extended response. And then a couple days later, we're going to go into BLT. We're going to talk about that data. The TBTs or the teacher teams, they're going to come up with lesson plans and ideas on what they need to do to get the weaknesses together. And then the BLT, the building leadership team, is going to say, okay, that's great, you came up with a plan, but will it work? Because we believe that if you teach third grade, and I teach third grade, and your children are struggling with the same issue my children are struggling with, if we get together, we may come up with an idea that will be close to help both. It just may happen. Two heads may be better than one. How about 4 or 5? It says copyright East Cleveland City Schools down there because the districts will copy this once we implement it. So we want to make sure we protect our intellectual property because recruitment and selection is huge. We had 14, at one point it was 17 open positions in this district. And if you're not a teacher and don't understand what that does, it wreaks havoc on the culture of the building. When you have to cover classes, when people aren't here, when it's not the same person all the time, it becomes very hard. And then what happens when the kids have a sub? What happened when you had a sub? We cut up. Thank you, Mark. And we retooled HR completely. There's an HR suite. There's now a different interview process where they have to interview in front of kids. Did you hear that? Like, we're not going to get into this thing where you sound good, but you can't deal with the student body. And that's not saying they're good or they're bad, but they are. And you got to know how to deal with our kids. Classified, certified will get at least 4 days of professional development each year. I think so, 4 days. And we're working on, I keep looking at Karen, we're working on some union MOUs because we honor contracts and we want to make sure we do things right. But we have to give our teachers more professional development, but not on things that just are emailed to us or somebody told you was a good idea. Everything will be linked to the goals and the objectives of our plan. So one of my teachers asked me at Superior today, but how do you expect us to do all this? I'm going to train.
All right.
It's going to be me. It's going to be the central office. They over there ready and shaking their heads. It's going to be teacher leaders. It's going to be principals. For some of our whole child stuff, it may be parents. The experts, because those that I just named are the experts of our kids. Those will be the ones that will be leading this PD. But I can't ask you to do things that I have not trained you to do. And we have now in our system, which is called AppleTrack, that didn't exist in this district before I got here. We now have over 80 vetted people ready to work in East Cleveland City Schools. We are now a part of something much bigger than ourselves. And they will be on site, on campus, working with staff members The second week in May, we have 3 or 4 days planned. They're coming to East Cleveland with a team of data folks and researchers, and we've sent them all of our data from the last 5 years about attendance patterns, where kids live. They did some geofencing, I don't know what that is, but they did all of this data, and they're gonna come back and say, this is your problem. Now let's talk about solutions. Because we have 46% of our kids, according to the last report card, that miss 1 day every 10 days. At Shaw, it's 2/3. The reason we gave them a creed is so that our children can hold the adults accountable to give them the school district that they're supposed to have.
Mr. Stress Commission for making a great selection. This man has been all over the scene. He has to do that. This man has a plan. We have to support that plan. But that's been a pass around it. So we're going to do that. Let him give you. God bless you. And you guys, thank you very much.
Y'all hear a lot from, adults and stuff, but y'all don't ever really hear from a student's perspective, okay? So, when I went to DC with Ms. Jones, they asked us when we went to meet the senator how you felt about the school takeover. And immediately in my head, I'm like, it's stupid because they're not going to do anything. But I was proved wrong when Dr. Positive changes happen that is, what's the word I'm looking for? That are, helps me. It's not the word I'm looking for, but it's the word I'm looking for. It helps me, not just educationally, but also in other different ways, because, I've seen improvements in the lunch, I've seen improvements in the teachers, I've seen improvements in security. It's a lot I see improvements in. So I just would like to personally thank Dr. Pettigrew